Hello, my friend. Have you ever sat down after a long day, rubbed your legs, and thought, why do they feel heavier than they used to? Maybe walking up the stairs leaves you a little winded, or you've started to notice that getting out of a chair takes more effort than it once did. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know you're not alone, and you're not imagining it. For many older adults, the legs are the first part of the body to show signs of decline. It's a quiet change at first, a little more stiffness in the morning, a touch of fatigue after a short walk, but over time that weakness can grow into something much more serious. Falls, loss of balance, and even the fear of leaving the house. The heartbreaking part? Most of us never suspect that what's happening to our legs might be connected to something so simple, so ordinary, that we do it every single day: eating. The truth is, there are certain meats many of us grew up loving, that could be slowly stealing your strength. We've trusted them to nourish us, relied on them for comfort, celebrated with them at our tables, but behind their familiar taste is a hidden danger that most people never talk about. Today, I want to share something that could change the way you look at your plate and protect your independence for years to come. Because it's not just about food. It's about your freedom to move, to live fully, to stay strong and steady on your own 2 feet. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. And once you know what to look out for, you can make smarter choices that truly support your body. Let's take this step together, because your legs carry you through life, and they deserve the best. Are you ready? Let's begin. Our legs are more than just limbs. They're the foundation of our mobility, strength, and independence. But as we age, that foundation becomes more vulnerable. One of the most common and overlooked issues older adults face is a progressive weakening of the legs, a condition known as sarcopenia, the natural loss of muscle mass and strength that begins as early as age 30 and accelerates after 60. The effects can be devastating: unsteadiness, increased fatigue, slower recovery, and a greater risk of falling. But what many don't realize is how strongly connected this decline is to what we eat, especially the types of meat we put on our plate every day. Certain meats, particularly those that are processed, fried, or heavily preserved, are not only lacking in real nutritional value, but they also trigger harmful processes inside the body that speed up muscle deterioration. One of the biggest culprits is chronic inflammation. This is your body's ongoing internal response to irritants, toxins, or injuries, and when it stays activated over time, it starts to damage tissues, including muscle fibers. Many of the meats commonly found in American diets, like bacon, hot dogs, deli meats, and even fried chicken, are loaded with additives, saturated fats, and chemical preservatives that ignite this inflammatory fire. These compounds, such as nitrates and phosphates, are known to interfere with how muscles function and repair themselves. Over time, this leads to decreased leg strength, stiffness, and pain. Another serious concern is circulation. Muscles need a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through the bloodstream in order to stay healthy and functional. When we consume meats high in sodium and trans fats, our blood vessels become narrow and stiff, reducing blood flow to the lower limbs. Poor circulation starves leg muscles of what they need to thrive, leading to that familiar sensation of heavy legs, swelling, or numbness after meals. Even more alarming is the impact on nerve health. Certain additives and growth hormones found in conventional meats have been linked to nerve dysfunction. When your nerves can't properly communicate with your muscles, it becomes harder to coordinate movements and maintain balance. This increases the risk of slips, stumbles, and dangerous falls, something that can dramatically change a senior's quality of life. On top of that, some meats, especially those that are smoked, canned, or fried, introduce oxidative stress into the body. This means they contribute to an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants, which damages cells, slows muscle repair, and accelerates aging. So while meat can be an important source of protein, not all meats are created equal, especially as we get older. Choosing the wrong types can silently chip away at our strength and independence meal by meal. But there's good news. This damage is not only preventable, it's also reversible. By understanding which meats are most harmful and what to eat instead, we can protect our muscles, support our circulation, and keep our nervous system functioning at its best. In the next section, we'll walk through 5 specific types of meat that may be silently sabotaging your legs, and more importantly, we'll discuss healthier, senior-friendly alternatives you can begin adding to your meals right away. Let's explore what to avoid and what to embrace so your legs can keep carrying you forward with confidence. 1. Processed deli meats, ham, turkey, bologna, salami, hot dogs. They're easy, convenient, and often taste like nostalgia. Sliced ham in a sandwich, turkey rolled up for a quick snack, or hot dogs at a family barbecue. But these familiar deli meats may be doing more harm to your legs than you think. Processed meats like ham, turkey slices, bologna, salami, and hot dogs are packed with preservatives, excess sodium, and unhealthy fats. These aren't just minor concerns. They're the very ingredients that feed inflammation, reduce circulation, and slowly break down your muscle tissue. For older adults whose bodies are already more sensitive to these changes, the effects can be significant. When you eat deli meats regularly, you're introducing nitrates and phosphates into your system. These chemicals are used to preserve color and flavor, but they come at a high cost. They disrupt nerve function and have been linked to neurodegenerative diseases. Poor nerve communication means your muscles don't receive the signals they need to contract properly, leading to weakness, instability, and a higher risk of falling. High sodium levels in these meats also cause fluid retention and swelling, especially in the lower legs. That heavy leg feeling you may get after a salty meal isn't just uncomfortable, it's a sign that circulation is being compromised. Over time, poor blood flow deprives muscles of oxygen and nutrients, making it harder to stand, walk, or move without discomfort. It's easy to overlook the role lunch meat plays in your overall health, but one sandwich a day can slowly chip away at the strength you rely on. It's time to swap these out for fresh, unprocessed options that build you up, not break you down. 2. Fried and fast food meats, fried chicken, nuggets, burgers. There's no denying the comfort of fried chicken, a juicy burger, or crispy chicken nuggets. For many of us, these foods are tied to memories of family dinners or quick meals on busy days. But as we age, the price of that convenience becomes heavier, literally, for our legs. Fried and fast food meats are often cooked in inflammatory oils and loaded with trans fats, sodium, and chemical additives. These ingredients don't just affect your waistline, they quietly undermine your leg strength and overall mobility. While you may not feel the impact immediately, the damage builds over time, often going unnoticed until weakness or fatigue becomes a daily burden. The problem starts with how these meats are prepared. Deep frying produces harmful compounds that trigger chronic inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation doesn't just cause joint pain or stiffness, it actually breaks down muscle tissue and slows your body's ability to repair and grow strong muscles. Even worse, these highly processed meats offer little to no nutritional benefit. They're stripped of natural vitamins and minerals your muscles need and instead deliver empty calories and harmful fats that sap your energy. Over time, your legs may begin to feel heavier, more tired, and less stable. Fried meats also impair blood flow by clogging arteries with saturated fats. This reduces the oxygen supply to your lower body, leaving your muscles starved and your nerves underperforming. The result? Numbness, cramps, and a higher risk of dangerous falls. If your legs feel sluggish or sore after eating fast food, it's not just coincidence, it's a warning sign. Choosing grilled, baked, or roasted proteins instead can help your legs feel lighter, stronger, and more reliable with every step. 3. Bacon, sausage, and cured pork products. There's something about the smell of bacon or sausage sizzling in the morning that feels comforting, familiar, like a warm start to the day. But what if that cozy breakfast routine is quietly breaking down the strength in your legs? Bacon, sausage, and other cured pork products are some of the most damaging meats for older adults, especially when it comes to maintaining leg strength. These meats are packed with saturated fats, sodium, and chemical preservatives like nitrates, ingredients that may taste good but come with serious consequences for your muscles, joints, and circulation. The number one issue? Chronic inflammation. These processed pork products ignite an inflammatory response in your body that slowly eats away at muscle fibers, stiffens your joints, and reduces flexibility. You may notice more leg pain, sluggishness when walking, or increased fatigue after standing for long periods, but few people connect those symptoms to what they had for breakfast. Circulation is another hidden casualty. The high sodium content in cured meats causes your arteries to narrow and harden, restricting blood flow to your legs. Without enough oxygen and nutrients, your muscles can't perform and your nerves can't send clear signals, leading to numbness, weakness, and balance issues. What's especially troubling is how additives in cured meats may interfere with nerve function. When your nerves don't work properly, even small movements like stepping off a curb or turning quickly can become dangerous. You don't have to give up flavor to protect your strength. Consider switching to leaner proteins like turkey or chicken sausage, or better yet, plant-based breakfast options rich in fiber and anti-inflammatory nutrients. Your legs will thank you every single morning. 4. Red meat, beef, steak, lamb, pork chops in excess. There's a long-standing belief that red meat builds strength, and for much of our lives, that may have felt true. A hearty steak, a juicy pork chop, or a lamb roast was a sign of nourishment, energy, and vitality. But as we age, the relationship between red meat and health becomes more complicated and more dangerous than many realize. While red meat does provide valuable protein, iron, and B vitamins, consuming it in excess, especially fatty cuts or highly marbled portions, can backfire on your leg strength. One of the biggest threats is inflammation. Red meats are high in saturated fats and compounds that trigger a low-grade, ongoing inflammatory response in the body. Over time, this inflammation damages muscle tissue, causes joint swelling, and slows recovery from even simple physical activity. But that's not the only concern. Red meat is also acid-forming. When consumed frequently, it creates an acidic environment in the body that your system tries to neutralize, often by pulling calcium from your bones. This weakens bone density, particularly in the hips and legs, increasing your risk of fractures and making falls even more dangerous. The cumulative effect is subtle but powerful. You may notice that your legs feel heavier, your knees ache more after walking, or that morning stiffness lasts longer than it used to. These aren't just signs of aging, they may be red flags from your body that your diet needs adjusting. Red meat doesn't have to be completely off the table. Moderation is key. When you do enjoy it, choose lean cuts, limit portion size, and balance your plate with vegetables, whole grains, and anti-inflammatory foods that support muscle and bone health rather than erode it. 5. Canned meats, Spam, Vienna sausages, potted meats. For many older adults, canned meats like Spam, Vienna sausages, and potted meats have long been pantry staples. Affordable, easy to store, and quick to prepare. But behind that convenience lies a serious threat to your strength and mobility. These meats are some of the most heavily processed foods available, often containing extraordinary amounts of sodium, chemical preservatives, and artificial additives. And while they may fill your stomach, they offer very little in terms of true nutrition, especially the kind your legs need to stay strong and mobile. The biggest red flag is sodium overload. Just one serving of canned meat can contain more than half your recommended daily intake. Excess sodium leads to water retention, which causes swelling in the legs and feet and increases blood pressure, placing added stress on your arteries. This poor circulation deprives your muscles of the oxygen and nutrients they rely on, resulting in that familiar feeling of heaviness or cramping after meals. Even more concerning are the preservatives, especially sodium nitrite and phosphate additives, commonly used to give these meats a long shelf life. These compounds have been linked to muscle tissue damage and nerve dysfunction, which together contribute to leg weakness, coordination issues, and increased fall risk. Many seniors assume that a simple lunch of crackers and canned meat is harmless, but it may be undermining their strength day after day. Instead, consider swapping out canned meats for fresh proteins like hard-boiled eggs, beans, or even tuna packed in water. These options nourish your body without the toxic load. Your legs are your foundation. Don't let a shortcut at the grocery store slowly erode the very strength that keeps you on your feet. Think back to all the moments when your legs gave you the freedom to live life fully. Walking hand in hand with someone you love, climbing stairs with ease, standing tall at a family gathering, dancing in your kitchen to an old favorite song. Your legs have quietly carried the weight of your life for decades, and yet, too often, their importance is only noticed when that strength begins to fade. That's what makes it so heartbreaking. Many older adults believe that weak legs, pain, and instability are just part of getting older. But the truth is more complex and far more empowering. For countless seniors, it's not simply age that's breaking down their strength. It's what's on the plate. Day after day, meal after meal, certain meats that once felt like staples, deli slices, bacon, fried chicken, even canned meats, have been quietly stealing away mobility, not with dramatic pain or warning lights, but through subtle changes. A little more swelling, a bit more fatigue, legs that feel heavy after lunch, knees that ache in the morning, and slowly independence starts to slip away. But here's what's powerful. Once you know the truth, you can change the outcome. The decline isn't a life sentence. It's a result of choices, and that means you can make new ones. Because the same body that responds to poor nutrition also responds beautifully to healing foods. This isn't about shame or guilt. It's about self-respect. It's about realizing that you are still in charge of your health and future. You can start feeding your legs with what they truly need: real protein, healthy fats, anti-inflammatory nutrients, hydration, and kindness. Yes, kindness. Because choosing foods that honor your strength and protect your freedom is a form of self-care that every senior deserves. No one wants to feel like a burden. No one wants to lose their ability to move freely. And no one wants to wake up one day realizing they waited too long to make a change. But here you are, watching this video, taking this message to heart and considering your next step. That's already a victory. Remember, your legs are not just about motion, they are about life, about being able to go where you want, do what you love, and stand tall in your dignity. The right choices today can protect that freedom for many years to come. So take this knowledge, hold it close, and act on it. Your body will thank you, and so will your future self. Now that you've seen the truth behind these 5 meats and how they may be quietly destroying your leg strength, it's time to take your power back. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. But you do need to start making smarter choices because your body is still listening, and every meal is a message. The first step, awareness. Begin by looking at your usual meals. Are they loaded with convenience meats like deli slices, bacon, hot dogs, or fried chicken? If so, it's time to gently but firmly start letting those go. You don't need judgment, just a better plan. Start by swapping out those meats for real nourishing proteins that support your muscles, circulation, and nerves. Choose lean meats like grilled turkey or baked chicken. Add wild-caught fish such as salmon or sardines, which are rich in omega-3s and help reduce inflammation. Beans, lentils, eggs, and nuts are excellent protein alternatives too, and often easier on digestion. If it once came in a can with a shelf life of 5 years, it likely has no business being in your body today. Beyond protein, make it a habit to fill your plate with anti-inflammatory foods, leafy greens like spinach and kale, fruits like blueberries and oranges, and healthy fats from walnuts or olive oil. Drink more water than you think you need. Hydration is key for joint flexibility and muscle recovery, especially as we age. This is your moment to reset. Not just your meals, but your mindset. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to wake up with legs that support you, not hold you back. And remember, you're not walking this path alone. Elder Spark is here for you. Join our community by subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment below and share one small change you'll make this week. Whether it's skipping the bacon, drinking more water, or adding leafy greens to your lunch, every step matters. And with each smart choice, you're not just preserving your leg strength, you're protecting your freedom, your balance, and your future. Start today. Your strongest years can still be ahead of you. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. As we age, our leg strength becomes essential to maintaining independence, but certain meats could be quietly tearing that strength down. Processed deli meats, fried fast foods, bacon and cured pork, excess red meat, and canned meats all contribute to inflammation, poor circulation, and muscle breakdown. These hidden dangers may lead to weakness, nerve issues, and even dangerous falls. But here's the good news. With simple changes, you can protect your legs and reclaim your mobility. Choose lean proteins like grilled poultry or fish, add anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens and berries, and stay well hydrated. Every meal is a chance to build yourself back up. So take this knowledge and apply it. Your body will respond. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Elder Spark for more life-changing advice made just for you.